Union. As you may know, the single market includes as well the so-called four freedoms. It is the free movement of people, it is the free movement of goods, the free movement of services, and the free movement of capital. Besides these economically very relevant European institutions, Liechtenstein is also a member of the United Nations, of the WTO, of the Council of Europe, and the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, the OSCE. Where are we located? We are in the heart of Europe. The domestic market of our country is too small for Liechtenstein's services providers. They depend on receiving and executing orders across national borders, in particular in the neighboring countries, Austria, Germany, and Switzerland. An open market, I think, is worthless if there are no competitive businesses to operate in it. The cornerstone of competitiveness of business is the innovativeness of the business location. I come to the third one, the innovation. Liechtenstein has no natural resources and is also not a trading center due to its geographic location. Our only natural resource is knowledge and as well know-how. One public university and two private universities offer degrees in law, in business, in architecture, natural science, and as well in medicine. The goals of all our institutions of higher education include knowledge transfer from research to practice, from laboratory to the enterprise. Our business location policy has been a major economic success so far. There are about 33,000 jobs in Liechtenstein, but the Liechtenstein companies employ another 30,000 people abroad. So we have 33,000 jobs in Liechtenstein, and again 30,000 people abroad whom we offer jobs to. We are 36,000 people in Liechtenstein. We are about the size of Washington, D.C. We have a bit less people, I think, but we are a small country, and we have slightly over 17,000 commuters every day who come from Germany, Switzerland, and Austria every day for work into Liechtenstein. In Liechtenstein, we have a strongly diversified economy. The share of employees by economic sector in 2009 was 43% in industry and 38% in services and 60% in financial services. So I think the figures one usually has in mind thinking of Liechtenstein, everybody thinks that financial services is the highest number, but the highest numbers is the industry number. For me as well, always an important fact. I want to talk a bit about financial services and business location in Liechtenstein. As you can see, the financial center is very much part of the business location, a part that naturally generates high added value. And this financial center is undergoing a big change at the moment. The most visible and as well the strongest sign of this process is the Liechtenstein Declaration that our government made 12th of March last year. In this declaration, we proactively defined, publicly formulated, and internally communicated our new benchmarks for the financial center and especially for Liechtenstein's international tax policy. With this Liechtenstein Declaration, how we call it, Liechtenstein commits itself to the global OECD standards on transparency and exchange of information in tax matters. Liechtenstein is offering interested states the option of bilateral tax agreements for effective cooperation in tax matters. It has so far included 16 such agreements, the first one being the TIEA with the United States. Our interstate law to implement the TIA at home went into force 1st of January this year. So for us, it was the first big step in implementing these TIA agreements. Liechtenstein wants to ensure legal certainty and conformity while preventing privacy. In this way, Liechtenstein will honor its responsibility toward the clients of the financial center and the legitimate tax demands of its treaty partners. Our industrial location. In economic terms, the most important location advantages of Liechtenstein include its geographic central location and our access to highly trained specialists from throughout the region we are surrounded in. With our small infrastructure, Liechtenstein offers a predictable legal and social order as well as a liberal economic order in general. The solid financial policy of public budgets, short administrative channel, and generally low levels of bureaucracy are supported by restrained tax legislation. Compared with other national economies, Liechtenstein has a stronger industrial component and a smaller service sector than commonly assumed. Manufacturing industry contributes approximately 39% to the GDP and financial sector only 31%. Despite the small size of our country, Liechtenstein's national economy covers almost all sectors of economic activity and is, compared to other European countries, much more diversified. And at the same time, we are highly diversified and Liechtenstein's industry is highly specialized. The most important branches in the very strong export-oriented industry sector are machine and tool engineering, plant construction, precision instruments, and the dental and food sectors. In all these areas, companies are less interested in manufacturing mass market and cheap products than high-tech products of the highest quality. Let me briefly tell you something about the Liechtenstein companies that have a presence in the US and that employ in total about 4,500 people over here. There is a high possibility that some, or I think most of you, use a product that has been developed in Liechtenstein.